Hello again, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is Stephen Vey with Lifting Your Listing. And if we've never met, I talk on this channel about issues dealing with real estate, whether it's selling, buying. If you're trying to sell your home as a for sale by owner, I'm going to give you practical things to think about, tips and strategies that will help you in the process. And so this is for you out there who are just wanting to know more about real estate, or if you're working with or without an agent, or if you are an agent yourself. I hope that the content of my channel provides you value. And if it does, I hope you'll consider giving this channel a subscribe and a like down below, and click that notification bell to see more content, and I will keep producing it. All right. So the topic of today's video is an important one, and it's what I call the most important week in real estate. What is that? It's the very first week that you're on the market. And you have to understand just how important that first week is, because it does a bunch of things for you when you're selling your house. And what it does is it creates urgency, excitement, and it gives you leverage when you can get the proper exposure and offers on your property in the first week. You need to do it right in the first week to get that sense of urgency and excitement from your buyers who are going to be putting an offer on your property. And for you going through the rest of the transaction, if you do it right the first week, you as the home seller get to keep all the leverage, because you have to sell your home not once, but 3 times to get paid. And I'm going to explain that right now just quickly. So most people understand that when you sell your home, you have to prepare it, show it, buyer that falls in love places an offer, and you accept it. Now you've gone under contract. And that's the first time your home has to sell. But you're not even close to being done yet in most instances, okay? So you got 2 more sales to get through, which are the inspection and the appraisal, okay? And these 2 sales are heavily influenced by how many days you were on the market to get this first sale, the offer, okay? And that's going to affect whether the buyer is carrying all the leverage or you are as the home seller. So if you get it sold within the first week with multiple offers, and the inspection gets done and the buyer's nitpicking your home, they're like, I want you to caulk that little corner, and I want you to fix that little soffit, and every little thing they see on the inspection report they ask you to fix, right? Well, you as the home seller, you had 6 other offers on it. What are you and your agent going to do? They're going to say, we politely counter and say, we're not going to fix any of this because we have 5 other people that want to buy this house, right? Just something to think about. Who gets the leverage? And so it's likely, though, a lot of times in that scenario, the buyer gets it too. And so they're a lot less likely to ask you to repair a bunch of stuff, okay? So you carry a lot more leverage in that second sale of your property, the inspection. Now let's say we get to the appraisal. Your home had a ton of demand and the sales price exceeds what an appraiser is going to value it at, okay? That's not uncommon in this seller's market right now. But let's say there's like a $5,000 difference. It appraised for $5,000 less. What that means to the buyers, if they want to stick at the table and you're not willing to come down, they got to come up with $5,000 more in cash out of their pocket. But how much more likely is it that they'll just go ahead and do that when they know they were having to really compete against excited buyers? There was urgency. You got it done right in the first week on the market. Guess what? You're much more likely to keep that $5,000 in your pocket as the seller, and the buyer is much more likely to actually pony up the dough, so to speak, because you had the leverage. So are you starting to see why I say the first week on the market is the most important week for you as a home seller? So there's more to this. Let's talk about it. What we found is that there's a direct correlation between the number of days you have your home on the market and something called a list price to sold price ratio. And that's how much a home is listed for versus how much it ultimately ends up closing and selling for. And you can look at it across really large scopes of data, and we'll see it time and time again. It's true in every market, everywhere, at all times, that there's a direct correlation between your average days on market with a home and its list price to sold price ratio. Okay, so getting it right that first week means not only pricing it right, but doing everything you can to put your best foot forward and have your home ready so that first week on the market is strong. Okay, so let's go through a few things you can do to prepare. And the first thing you really want to think of is before your home hits the market, it needs to be fully ready to show. And even before then, you need to have it in full showing condition for your photographer. And not just a photographer. I don't mean you as the home seller with a really nice cell phone. Look, many of us have fantastic cameras and can take great pictures of our home, but you are selling an expensive asset. And so what I'm going to tell you up front here, because this first week on the market is so important, don't take pictures yourself. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Get a professional to take pictures of your home. Get a good one. I'm telling you, good professional photography of your home is not that expensive, especially when we know about what it does for your listing. Okay, homes that have professional photography sell 32% faster. And remember that correlation with days on market and list price to sold price ratio. 32%. That is a massive statistic, and they sell for more money. All right, so it's worth it up front to come up with that out of your pocket to sell your home for a premium. Get professional photography and have your home ready before that. Well before you go on the market, your home's ready to show because it's ready to show the photographer who's going to take photos. Okay. The next thing is do a coming soon campaign. You've gotten those photos back. Put it out there. Put the feelers out there everywhere. If you're a for sale by owner, I don't encourage you to put it on Zillow yet and say coming soon. And the reason is, remember, days on market is going to correlate to your list price to sold price ratio. If you put it on Zillow, the clock is now ticking. The longer it sits there and takes to sell, the more buyers are going to look at your home and think, why is it still on there for 14 days? Everything else in this neighborhood sells in 3 days, right? Their perception of what they should offer you on your home changes. So don't do that. What you can do if you're for sale by owner, or hey, if you're out there listing your home as an agent or with an agent, get a coming soon campaign ahead of time before the weekend comes. If you're going live on the weekend or that Thursday or Friday, blast it out to all of Facebook, all of your friends, all the professional photos you've had, pick a select few, tell everybody this home's hitting the market, generate buyer interest before they're even allowed to see it, right? Because you're not allowing them to see it yet. It's not active for showings. So you're drumming that up. And I'll give you a practical example. I did a coming soon campaign for one of my listings, and it had 10 showings booked before it was even active to get seen on the market. And that ultimately resulted in us getting an offer over asking price for $15,000 over dollar. I'm not going to edit this video. $15,000 over asking price 10 hours after we hit the market. Okay, so that's the power of a coming soon campaign. Don't skip it. Get the interest going out there before you're showing the home. Okay. The last thing, as far as those home preparation things, is have an open house plan set up before you go active as well. I recommend definitely having an open house that same week or weekend you go live, whether it's Saturday or Sunday or Saturday and Sunday. Have it set up and already ready to be advertised right on your listing when you go live. And the reason for that is not only is it a great advantage to host an open house and have it out there to potential buyers who might not see it otherwise, especially unrepresented buyers who don't have an agent. Those types of buyers tend to go to open houses before they've even spoken to agents. And so you get more exposure for your property, but you do something else. It's really interesting. You create a threat. What do I mean by that? Well, people who want to buy your home don't want to deal with competition and a whole bunch of other people seeing it, right? So you're creating that sense of urgency again on the buyers when you have an open house ready and set to go that weekend. So if you're going active Thursday and your open house is Sunday, you have everybody that's wanting to see it Thursday, Friday, Saturday thinking, you know, if I don't put a stronger offer in now, they might get a bunch of offers by the time they get this open house done. Right? And so you create that sense of urgency. Your open house is not only to get more buyer interest, it's to create more urgency for everyone that's looking at your home before the open house happens. It works. Do it. Okay. And then the last thing you want to think of is being prepared to actually show the home. All right. So don't put your home active on the market if your schedule's not open to make it happen. If you have to be home all the time and you can't leave and allow people to come in and look at it, or if you're going the for sale by owner route and you're going to be showing it yourself, you don't trust agents to walk their buyers through, then you need to be prepared to have time in your schedule to show the home yourself. Because trust me, a home shows a lot better when somebody can tell somebody about the property. And it's better if the owner is not there at all. And so having that openness in your schedule to be able to do that is even better. But you have to have preparation for this, especially, and I'm going to hammer this home again, the first week on the market. Don't go live if you don't have that good week where your home can be as available as possible for people to come see it, fall in love with it, and place an offer on your home. Okay, so recapping everything we've talked about in this video, your first week on the market is the most important week in getting your home sold, period. Days on market equals cash in pocket, okay? Prepare before you actually go live for listing the home. Get a coming soon campaign going and keep your schedule open and get it sold. All right. Once again, guys, if you found any value in that, there's several other videos on my channel. Especially I have some videos talking about for sale by owner strategies and other unique things about to get your mindset right for selling your home or selling anything. And if you found any value in this, go ahead and subscribe, drop a like, and any comments you might have on the video, and I'll talk to you next time.